Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow.
One of the reasons why I wanted to be a world champ was because no non-Brazilian was ever a world champ in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And in my head, I was thinking, why? And everybody's like, because it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I'm like, so what? Doesn't really matter. They actually learned from the Japanese judo guys.
Yeah.
And then they made it into a really good street fight. So I thought, man, I can win the world championships. It's like any other sport. Everyone's going to make a mistake, and you got to capitalize on the mistake. And you got to build. If you have the right game strategy, you should be able to win.
Then when did you decide, okay, I'm going to go to this world championship?
During my blue belt year, because they said blue belt was the hardest to win.
Oh.
And I thought, really?
So
why?
do you represent just yourself, or how does it work?
I was representing the Machado Jiu-Jitsu school because they were taking a team. So I thought,
That's
I'm going to
in
join
California?
up with them. That's in California. So I joined them, and none of them showed up that year. I ended up being there by myself.
What you mean? They're like, we're going to meet you there, and nobody came.
Yeah, they go, we got a team. We're going to represent the U.S. They're going to go. I get there. Doesn't happen. I'm there all alone.
Were you like, are you serious? Nobody
No.
came? Or you knew
You know
last
what?
minute they weren't coming?
I knew last minute, and again, didn't have internet, so there's no texting or I don't know. I get to Brazil, nobody's there. I get to the tournament, nobody's there, only me.
Were you worried at all, or like whatever?
No, I was actually so focused that I didn't really even care. I was gonna win no matter what. Like that in my head, I came there to win, and so all the things that happened along the way didn't even really matter.
What was the hardest piece about that journey to winning that blue belt?
I think the hardest trying time to win that blue belt was not that I was trying to convince anybody, but in my own head, believing that I could win it. Like in my head, I can win it. I know if I have the right game style and like everything else in life, there's always a theory on how you're going to get to from point A to point B, but most of the time it's wrong. So it was kind of like that. And it didn't help that everyone's like, Egan, there's no freaking way. The guys in Brazil are so good. You're going to get worked. And like I had to juggle with that. Like, am I going to go all the way to Brazil and get worked? And in my head, I was finally like, you know what? I got to go and find out because I don't want to wonder what if. I'm going to do it and go, oh, yeah, the guys are that good. I cannot believe they're that good. At least I know. But maybe there's a chance they're not that good.
Was there a point there where it could have gone the other way and you'd be like, nah, I'm not going?
In the first World Championships, not really, because what I did was I went to Brazil 3 months before the World Championships. I stayed for 3 weeks, and I visited every single school that they said the person who would win the tournament. So these are all the contenders. I went there to train. So I went and
they
seeked out
didn't
the
even
5
know
guys.
you were like incognito training or what?
Nope. They all thought like, this guy from Hawaii, from the United States, they're no good. They're drunk.
And you would kind of go lightly or what in there?
Yeah. So basically what I do is I'd go kind of hard, and then I figure out where my openings were, where my submissions are going to fit in. Like, can I get this guy or not? And as soon as I'd figure him out, I'd be like, let him beat me. And again, that's another, even if it's practice, hard to freaking lose, but I had a game plan. I had a plan. And so the top 5 contenders, I knew their whole game, basically. I knew how to beat them. And they thought they could beat me. And there's an article actually in one of the magazines after I won that World Championships. There's an article from half of the guys in Brazil was like, oh, he's such a dirty guy because he came up and he tricked us. And he acted like he didn't know anything. And then came back 3 months later and just annihilated everybody. Right? Now, the other guys, the smarter jiu-jitsu guys, were like, oh, that guy's smart. And those are the guys I became friends with. Marcelo Garcia, Renzo Gracie, all of the best guys, Ricardo Laborio, all the top guys in the world, Fabio Gojao, all of those guys in the olden days. I mean, we became really good friends.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.